Hey guys, we are back for Bandcamp Dailies number 10, and I'm showing a little bit of skin today. Wow. Ooh. It's very hot out today, actually. It was 19 degrees Celsius, which I believe is almost 70. Almost 70. I think today was the hottest day of the year so far, so it was really nice outside. Very sunny, and so I'm wearing a t-shirt. And we have some listens today. So we have 11 listens. Now, Jarn Phantoms, we've already talked about. Illogical Infatuations, we've talked about. Non-Conscious Paradox, we've talked about. However, everything else is from my album entitled Perverse Teleportation from 2019. So we're going to be looking at, we're going to be talking about that album tonight. And in preparation, I think whoever listened to this listened to it last night, but Bandcamp's on UTC time. So when I saw this last night, I thought, okay, because I was going to make this video, and I thought, okay, I wanted to do something special, and so I got a little bit of a treat. Now, specifically with this album, Perverse Teleportation, I absolutely hate the mix that I released back in 2019. I hate how it's mixed. I've always hated it, and I just never fixed it because I don't fix it. I feel like if I hate it, I'll just do better next time, but I can't make new music anymore. So I decided, okay, today I'm going to finally fix it. And it was really easy to fix. I just had to tweak a couple things. So I did that. I fixed the mix, way more happy with it. Specifically the vocals were really bad. I mean, my vocals are really bad anyways, but they were mixed really bad too. All I had to do was add some distortion and they magically sound better, or at least they don't sound as bad. And there's something else. Oh, the guitars were too quiet in the mix. So those two things have always bothered me about this album. And I finally fixed it, and I really like it now. And so, so we're going to do that. And I also did something else. I released a video where I recorded myself recording. I videotaped myself recording this album. And I posted it to YouTube. It's like one of my most popular videos, but I don't like seeing myself do the horrible vocals. So we were going to watch that video. However, I decided, okay, let's just make some new videos. And so I've been making some YouTube shorts lately. I've been posting the YouTube short every night. And so I thought, okay, because I have the video footage, let's just do the guitar on top and the drums on the bottom. We'll make a nice vertical style video to upload as a short. And so that's what I did. I made 5 shorts so far, and I'll make 5 more later, but there were 5 listens. So, okay, so that's just sort of like the intro to the video. So let's just click on one of these, and we'll go to the album. So this is the album right here. Perverse Teleportation 2019. It's got some buys, some album sales. It's really good. It's probably one of my most popular albums, actually. Now, even with the horrible mix and the horrible vocals, but it is an interesting album. It's sort of it's a black metal album, but it's like a half and half album. It's a split album. So basically, half of the songs are black metal, and the other half are dungeon synth. So that's like I don't know when that term came to be, but like that's like the new popular term to use if you make like ambient noise tracks. It's supposed to be called dungeon synth, I guess. I don't know why, but so half of the album is black metal, the other half is ambient noise. And so for this album, you could do it either of two ways. The way I did it on the album was I alternated. So there are 10 black metal songs and 10 dungeon synth songs. And I alternated. So first one's black metal, second one's death, dungeon synth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You could do that. However, I sort of wish I would have sort of made a split album where the first half is all the black metal songs, the second half is all of the dungeon synth songs. I like that idea better. You know what? I think I'm going to replace all of these songs with the new updated mixes eventually. And if I do that, I know people hate when you do that, but it's so much better. And the changes I made were so subtle. Anyway, I don't think anyone would give a shit anyway. But if I do that, I think I'm going to make a split album instead of alternating the tracks. Yeah, so here's the link to the YouTube video where I play the entire album. And what else did I want to say? I have a little text file behind my face here. Oh, the artwork. Okay, so this is the artwork. Now, this is a picture I took. And then I added the alien map in GIMP. Now, do you know what it is? Probably not, right? This is the updated version. I think when I initially released the album, it was just black and white photo. And then I added the colors. Why did I add the colors? I think because, yeah, this is when I uploaded it to Spotify. And I updated the cover art. So I do have the picture, actually, the original picture, but where is it? That's the question. I have a couple different folders. I think it's on this. It's in this one. Here it is, right here. Yeah, so this is the original photo. Super high res. So that's it right there. So we have some icicles on some tree branches. That was taken just outside the house right there. Probably literally like a week before I released the album. I saved the artwork for that's literally the very last thing I do before uploading everything. So I'll show you. I'll do like a comparison. It's the same. It's exactly the same. All I did was add the alien map in GIMP. Pretty cool photo, I guess. Cover art, I should say. So, yeah, so I guess I can talk about this after. So we're going to start listening. Let's just start listening. So I got to do this again. Okay, so basically someone listened to track 1. Okay, so basically the black metal tracks. Black Metal 1, Black Metal 2, Black Metal 3, Black Metal 5, and Black Metal 8. So we're going to listen to all of those. We're not going to listen on Bandcamp. We're going to watch the new short videos that I made. So that's pretty cool. And then we have, I think, 3 Dungeon Synth songs. I also recorded myself, videotaped myself playing those, but I mean, I don't know how interesting they are because they're very slow, but we'll watch those as well. I think we're going to just watch everything in full just because. So, okay, so first of all, we have Disgust and Obsession. That is track 1. The songs are relatively short. They're all like 2 minutes-ish or less. Oh. Okay, here we are. I also have some tabs. Oh, okay, I'll talk about this first. So before I recorded the album, I came up with some riffs. So the thing about this album, I wrote it on my electric guitar, obviously, but I did not plug the guitar in. So there was no distortion. I basically used my electric guitar like an acoustic guitar, and that's how I wrote the songs. And so that affected the songwriting. I mentioned that before on another album, Forever Trapped in Broken Mirror. I did the same thing, but I actually used an acoustic guitar to write the songs. And so because of that, I used a whole lot of, literally, I say this in the description of the album, literally every single riff on the album has ringing notes. So there's no tremolo picking, there's no like heavy palm mute stuff. It's not like traditional metal riffing. It's all opened, not opened. The notes are all left ringing. I don't know how to say that properly. And then I think it was after, yeah. So these were the original. These ones right here. These wave files. These were the ones I. Okay, let's just go into Reaper. So I recorded these. Here they are right here. These wave files These were like scratch tracks. These were just the riff ideas. I recorded them on my old laptop. So the recording, I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. It has like a built-in mic, and it's sort of, the quality varies, but. So here's the first track. There are a lot of mistakes. This was me recording the riffs so that I wouldn't forget them. So I was just recording them so I wouldn't forget them. And then I consulted these WAV files when I was getting ready to actually finish off the album. So I don't know if we need to listen to all of these. I don't think so. I'll leave it open though. Okay, let's just watch one of the videos first. This is track 1. All right, so there's track 1. Notice, by the way, how fat I am. I just noticed this today, actually, when I was making these videos. This was literally 2 weeks before I started my weight loss, my weight loss journey. So basically 2 weeks after this, I started having problems with my gallbladder. And so that's what made me start going on my weight loss journey. And so this was around like my peak weight, 204 pounds. You can see me sitting here. I look rather dumpy. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So I was able to fix the mix. But I wasn't able to fix the fat. That was a joke I wrote down in my text file here. Okay. But yeah, I love the mix so much better now. Like I will actually listen to this album now. I wouldn't listen to it because of how much I hated the mix. Anyway, so that's track 1. And so now we'll listen to track 2. I really liked, we'll also check out the tab, I think. By the way, so I have tabs down here. They have their names, but I don't know what the hell I was smoking. I wasn't smoking anything, but these don't correspond with the actual songs. Obviously, my numbering scheme is all wrong, so it's sort of going to be a bit of trial and error trying to figure out which song is actually the right song. Do we? No, let's not even do the tabs, because I think, the songs are sort of the songs are simple enough that if you see the video, maybe you know how to play them. Okay, so let's listen to the second one. So we're going to listen to track 2, but we're going to listen to the scratch track or whatever you want to call it. I labeled them up here to make it easy on myself. Okay, so this was track 2. This was the original version of track 2. It's kind of interesting, actually. There are a couple really, really short parts of this song that are not in the final song. There were 2 that I thought were really cool, actually. I wonder why I didn't include them. Anyway, so that's the song we're going to listen to now. This, sorry for stopping it. This part, I love this part. This is probably my favorite part on the entire album. So basically when I'm hitting the high strings, I'm hitting the cymbals. And the way the cymbals interact with the high strings, they fit perfectly, and it just sounds so good to me. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Okay, by the way, this song, I don't even know what this song's called. That song is called Sensual Overload. And the first song was called Disgust and Obsession. I also want to say something else. Yeah, so basically, the idea behind this album came from... So the album I did before this album was one we've talked about already, Sanity's Unnecessary Elaborations. This is the one that had the 3 tracks that had 100 sections, non-repeating sections. And this was the one that was an absolute bitch to memorize. So I finally finished all the work I had to do on this album. And I'm like, okay, for the next album, let's just try to make it a little simpler. Let's try to make some, go back to the basics, just make some songs, some short songs. And so that's what I did here. These songs are they're pretty simple, at least compared with the previous album I mentioned. But I just wanted the drums to be fast, and I wanted the guitars to be, how they are. And so that's what I did for this album. Was there more I wanted to say for that? I don't think so. Okay, let's listen to the next song, which is called Selfish Satiation. Shellfish Satiation. Sort of like a tongue twister, I guess. Selfish Satiation. So this song is interesting, and it's one of 2 finger-picked songs. Finger-banged songs. I've been listening to a lot of Tuesdays with Stories. I've been watching it on YouTube, the Tuesdays with Stories podcast with Joe List and Mark Normand. They're comedians, and they have a lot of bad language. And so that's why I said finger banged. Anyway, this is one of 2 finger-picked songs. Honestly, it might even be my only finger-picked song ever. That's not true the way I said it, with distortion. That's the stipulation I wanted to add. It might be. All right, I love that song so much. The melody, I just love it. Love the melody. It might be my favorite melody on the album. I think it is. Whereas in the previous song, that part with the high notes on the guitar, that sort of combined with the drums, I think that was my favorite combination. But this is my favorite melody. Very strange melody. Anyway, track 5. What is this one called? This one is called Unrequited Fantasy. This is like the ballad. This is the ballad because it's 2 minutes and 25 seconds. It's the longest black metal song. And it has a couple slow parts. Is it the longest? Yes, it is. There's also another slow part in the 19th song. But, okay, so let's watch this one. Before we watch this one, we're going to go to Reaper and we're going to figure out where it is. Where's the initial? Here it is right here. Yeah, so this song is basically the same thing. Okay, so let's listen to this. Okay, so for the parts where, the drums are fast, I was sort of switching between blast beats and then fills, but that was sort of improvised. So, something interesting I learned today, actually, when I was reading the description, it said all instruments and vocals recorded in 2019, each on their own day. Drums were written and recorded on the same day. I only spent one day recording 10 of these songs. Writing the drums and recording on the same day. I was shocked by that. That's a lot of work. Even though the songs are short, you have to... I didn't do any practicing along to the drums besides that day that I recorded them. So it's kind of interesting. Just giving myself a bit of a pat on the back there. Kind of impressed by myself. And yeah, there are some improvised sections. Like I mentioned in this song, there are also a couple other songs where there's some improvised stuff. I think there is actually there is a part in the next song we're going to listen to. So I believe the next one is The Meaning of Existence. So that is the eighth black metal track. So let's go to Reaper, BM8. Here it is right here. Honestly, so what I was going to say is this is my least favorite black metal track on the entire album. But I'm listening to this scratch track here, and I think it sounds good. I'm happy with it. I don't know why I don't like this track that much. Honestly, I think it's because of the mix, my initial mix. So, okay, let's watch the video. Let's see if I like it after this. Good stuff. Honestly, the new mix fixes everything. I'm actually going to listen to this now. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm definitely going to replace the songs on my Bandcamp with the new mixes. Super productive day. Awesome. I'm glad I finally did that. Okay, so those were all the black metal tracks. I hope you enjoyed that. Now we have the dungeon synth tracks. Oh yeah, I think I should change the track list too while I do that. Okay, so the dungeon synth tracks. I have videos of those. Where did the videos? Oh, here are the videos right here. Now, I didn't make these videos today. These were the original ones that I made way back in the day, in the 2019. So which tracks? I think it was track 1, 8, and 9. Thankfully, these are all named the same and they have a number. Yeah. Perverse Teleportation 1, 8, and 9. Okay, so we're going to watch these 3. So the interesting, I don't know if it is or not, but interesting thing about these Perverse Teleportation tracks, these are the dungeon synth tracks, the ambient noise tracks. The interesting thing about these is that I didn't specifically write them for this album. They were actually initially from Choice Trinkets. That makes no sense. Because this was released after? What? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so Dave and I recorded this album in late 2018. Yeah, and then there was a bit of it took a long time to mix. Yeah, okay. I was like, but if I wrote it for this, why is it released after this? Yeah. So basically, this album, Choice Trinkets, it was all improvised, and so I had to improvise a whole bunch of guitars. Well, we both did guitars, drums, and I think for this album, I played keyboards on half the songs, and Dave did vocals. And so for my keyboards parts, I was really happy with some of the ones I had improvised. And then so I thought for this Perverse Teleportation album, I was going to sort of revisit some of those keyboard sections that I had improvised for the Choice Trinkets album. And I was sort of fleshed the ideas out. Go fuck yourself. I would flesh the ideas out a little more to make actual songs. And that's what I did. But, these songs were not written for this necessarily. They were initially conceived for the Choice Trinkets album. And they were improvised at the time as well. So it's kind of interesting. They might not have been completely, they were sort of, calling something improvised. I guess, they were improvised. But if I remember correctly, I think I recorded this. Dave and I recorded the drums and the guitars together. And then I recorded the keyboards on my own. He recorded the vocals on his own. And so when I went to record the keyboards, I sort of screwed around for a bit to try and find a quick melody, like a couple minutes or something. And then I would hit record and I would play. So it wasn't, it was improvised-ish, you could say. All right, so let's listen to these 3 tracks. Let's watch me playing these 3 tracks. So it's DS, Dungeon Synth 1, 8, and 9. Okay. By the way, so the thing about the keyboard, this is my Casio keyboard. You've seen this on a couple of videos. What was the last one? What song is this? That features my Casio keyboard. But it also features my delay pedal right up here with the bright orange light. So that's the cool thing that I like to do. I like to hook up my keyboard to my delay pedal. And so that's that. Also, with all these tracks, by the way, I mentioned this already, but all of the Dungeon Synth tracks on this album, these are featured in, I haven't done it in a while, but we would often have, for these Todd Reacts videos, we would often have background music. And these are the tracks. The tracks in the background music come from this album. So I don't know why I don't have the background music anymore, but whatever. Okay, so let's go back to this. By the way, another interesting thing about this, all of the Dungeon Synth tracks they only have one keyboard part. So there was no multi-tracking. I literally it wasn't a one take. I did a full take of the song until I, didn't make any mistakes. I mean, the songs are very simple, so it's not like they were hard to do, but I'm not really much of a keyboardist, but that is an interesting thing about this. All right, there's track 1. Let's listen to the next one. I think it's 8 and 9, right? This song, it sort of reminds me of like a march, like they're marching for war or something. I'm not sure why, but that's the vibe I get when I hear this song. And maybe so basically, I don't know what the low notes would symbolize, but I think like the high notes sort of symbolize like a trumpet, maybe. Like, look at how fat my hand is. Look at how chubby my hand is. You probably can't tell, but so 204 pounds basically in this video. Right now I'm down to 146. I've actually been losing even more weight. So that's pretty cool. I haven't been eating less. I changed my diet back when I was 154 and I was trying to lose weight, and it just kept dropping. So I'm just going to see how low it goes before I plateau again. I'm assuming it's going to plateau soon. And the final track. This song reminds me of Zelda, the Zelda video games, I guess, like the Ocarina or something. I don't know if you noticed, but with my right hand, I hit the pedal, my pedal. You can see the light is on now to enable the echo. and it takes a while for it to fade out completely. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm very glad that I made these vertical stack videos. Now, I'm going to be uploading these to YouTube as YouTube Shorts. Eventually, I still have some shorts to get through. So basically the last, I don't know how many days, like month or something, I've been uploading some YouTube Shorts from our recording session when we were recording Choice Trinkets in 2018 with Dave and I. And so I still have a few more of those to upload. And then I think I'm going to do these ones right here. Then I have some other random ones I can upload, like 5 of them or something. And then I think I'm going to do, so basically I recorded myself playing guitar to, playing along to Spatial Lacerations. So I think I'm going to make a bunch of shorts out of that video footage as well. And there are 90 songs on that album, so there's another 3 months worth of YouTube Shorts. So, with that being said, I mentioned this in the previous video. My internet is being shut off in 5 days. So on Monday, they're shutting down their internet tower. So I don't know what's going to happen to these videos, to these segments, these Bandcamp daily segments, because I'm not going to be able to access Bandcamp from here. I'm certainly not going to be able to listen to Bandcamp from here. I'm not going to be able to go on the Bandcamp page. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep doing this segment or not. I'll have to think about it. Either way, it's going to be different if it does come back. So anyway, take it easy.